just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've just been onto my YouTube page and seen that I've now got 9 followers. That means a lot because it shows that the videos that I'm doing, although they're not always about CMT, they're about living with CMT, and I think that's more important than anything. I didn't want to do a video where I just went on and said, ouch, this hurts, ouch, that hurts, I've got pain here, I've got pain there. I didn't want it to be like that. I am enjoying doing the videos. I'm really enjoying doing them, because when I first started, they were just something for me to focus my attention on, something for me to do in the day that was different for me. I got the idea from my wife, actually, who when I brought up the fact that I saw her watching various vlogs of people doing different things and showing different things, unboxings and all sorts, I just said maybe I should do one with living with CMT, because there's a lot of people out there with it. There are a lot of people out there with it, a lot more than people know. Of course, it isn't one of the most common conditions. You know, you mention cancer to somebody, they know what it is. You mention ME to somebody, they know what it is. You know, spina bifida, they know what it is. They know all these, but CMT isn't one of the most well known. It's a condition that, like I say, I was diagnosed in 1995 and I'd never heard of it. I had never clue what it was. Of course, the original title was hereditary motor sensory neuropathy, but that was a mouthful and a half. And I used to just say HMSN because it was easier. And then for some strange reason, it got renamed to Charcot-Marie Tooth, which is obviously what it goes by now. And depending on the specialist you get, my particular specialist I had, who was now retired, I'm sorry to say, retired at the end of March, which I'm very gutted about, because now I've got to wait for an appointment from the hospital to see if they've got a consultant who will take on his patients. So I've got to wait till then, so I can't see my neurologist until then. But when I first got diagnosed by him, I had to go down to Preston. I actually live in Blackpool. I went down to Preston, a friend took me, and I walked in, and he was that good that within 5 minutes of me walking in and sitting down, he said, I don't need to examine you fully. I can tell by how you're walking, how you're holding yourself, your hands, your arms, etc., and all that you've got CMT 1A. And he diagnosed it just like that. Now, the problem I've got is mostly mobility. Mostly my mobility is not very good. I stumble, I can't figure out where my legs are at the best of times. I don't want a scooter yet. The problem I had was trying to prove to others. You shouldn't have to, but I'm trying to prove to others what this condition is and what it does. And the worst example has been last year. I had a pit medical, and I was already on DLA. I was on the full rate of mobility and the middle rate of care, and I switched over and I went for my exam, and I filled in all my forms and went in for my exam. I went in for the speech, and I then got knocked down because I got the high rate of care, but I only got the low rate of mobility, because they said that at any time I could go out on my own and I would have no problems. Now, this has completely baffled me, because I have not been out on my own for further than 50 yards for 2-3 years. And there's 3 reasons. 1, my balance is dreadful. It really is terrible. 2, the pain I get from going out. And the other one is, I don't know why it's affecting me like it has, but the last 2-3, I'd say about a year and a half, I have been affected mentally by this condition, and it's never happened to me before. I think it's because I've had to give up so much in order to carry on how I am, and it got to me a lot, and it gets to the stage now where I can't be around too many people. I'm going to a concert tomorrow. That's the first time I will have been surrounded by perfect strangers for a very long time, and I don't know how it's going to affect me. I will definitely do a video to let you know. If people come in the house, I can only sit in the same room as them for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I have to go into another room for about 5 minutes to calm down and then come back again. I sometimes get really agitated, and I have to go and open the patio door and stand with fresh air blowing on my face for a while, because I can't do with it. It feels like the world's closing in on me. I used to be quite social and outgoing, I was always, if there was a party, I was always the joker, the comedian, the one that made everybody laugh. And now I just tend to sit in a corner. I don't get involved. I just sit there and let the party go on. And I don't feel a part of it. I don't feel like I'm involved in it. Even if I am, I don't feel involved in it. I've definitely stopped socialising with people. And this is how it's affecting me mentally. And I didn't think it would affect me like that. The problem I've got is because of that, I'm on medication. And the medication I take is last thing at night, and it literally knocks me out for about 10 hours. Once I've taken it, it knocks me out, and I'm gone. Like today, I didn't get up till about 10:15. That's because I took it about 10:30 last night, and I didn't go to sleep till about 12, 1 o'clock. So I only got up about 10:15, and by the time I'd finished doing all my stuff on my computer, emails, admin, all that sort of stuff, the World Cup was about to start. So I just had some lunch and then watched the first World Cup match, and it's now 3:15, and another match is on at 4 o'clock, and if I'm not doing anything, I'll watch that. Like I say, tomorrow I've got my concert, so we'll see what happens there. But I'm interested in finding out when people first got diagnosed, the ages they were, and whether it affected them when they were young. So if you are a subscriber to my channel, message underneath if you would, leave a comment. I just want to know really when you were diagnosed, how old you were, and when did you first noticing the symptoms of it. You know, are you under a specialist? Are they any good? You know, do you want people to know about CMT, or is it something you keep to yourself? With me, it's a condition I think people need to know more about, because the amount of times I'm downtown and they look at me and they look at the age I am, and they just automatically assume that you've got a stick because you've either twisted your foot or you've got a broken leg or something. You climb on a bus and they just look at you, and they won't move out the seats. Most of them won't move out the seats because you look young, so why should you need a seat when they need a seat? And most of them are teenagers or early 20s, early 30s, and they tend to just look out the window and pretend you're not there, because they think by doing that you're just going to walk straight past them. But most of the time I will actually say, you know, excuse me, can I please sit down? You know, because at the end of the day, I have got a disabled pass, and if I'm registered disabled, then it means I need to sit. I can't stay standing too long, because the other problem I've got, if I stand too long, excuse me 1 second. If I stand too long, then my leg goes to sleep.
Hello, we're not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
I'll edit that later, I think. I'll edit that later, just to get that off there. But it proves I'm genuine. As I was saying, if I stay standing for longer than 5 or 10 minutes in one spot, my left leg goes completely to sleep. There is no feeling there. I am literally try and walk off and my leg's gone to sleep and I stumble. So although I have to stop for the pain in my back, I can't stop too long because of my leg going to sleep, which is a pain, as you can guess. So yeah, other than that, today I don't think I'm doing a lot. I'm watching the Spain-Portugal match tonight because I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I'm a football nut, so that's great. And I will post another video. I don't know what time I'm getting back tomorrow, so I might do a little video early in the morning and then another one later in the evening, string the two together, and then you've got a video for the night time. We shall see. Anyway, you all take care, and I'll speak to you again soon. And I must remember to keep doing this, but if you want to subscribe, there is the link, and if you want to see yesterday's video, it's there. I will remember to put that on the end from now on, I promise. I just keep forgetting. Must be my age. Bye.